What's up, guys? Jay, MorninAfterKill, and I'm back here on Destiny. And this is episode 1 of a brand new series that I'm starting called Mac and Cheese. I'm Mac. This is gonna be your cheese. This is a series where I'm gonna show you some of the more popular cheese spots in the game that will allow you to fly through solo or carry a lower level friend or two through some of the more difficult areas of the game to help them level up, maybe get some strange coins, and pick up some of the better weapons that Hydra will be selling. The reason I did this is because one of my buddies needed 9 strange coins to pick up an icebreaker. He's level 25, and he really needed a good weapon, and the icebreaker is pretty much one of the best weapons in the game, and I was like, dude, there's no way possible that I'm letting you miss out on an icebreaker this week, especially when all you gotta do is beat the heroic strike this week and get yourself 9 strange coins. But at level 25, going through a level 28 strike is a little bit of a pain in the ass, especially when he's rocking all blue gear, not even a legendary weapon. So, for the first episode, we're gonna be going through this week's heroic and nightfall strike, the Winter's Run on Venus. Now, this is pretty cool because it has 3 really awesome cheese spots that will help you get through this strike without a problem. So, the first spot is when you come to this huge open area, you will see the Fallen fighting the Vex. Now, what you gotta do here is you have to defend your little light, because we've never done that in Destiny before. We've never once pulled out our dinklebots and they told us to protect it. This is 100% brand new information. So, what I've seen is a lot of people actually stand at this area and allow themselves to be cornered while fighting all these assholes down here. But I found the best way to do this is to head to the top of the hill on top of the large rock that you passed on the way down. And I'm not talking about the Pride Rock, the Nasamenya. No! We're not going on the Lion King rock yet. We're actually going on the rock that looks like a titty in this little cove right here. But be careful, because after you beat the first initial wave of goblins, a few hobgoblins will spawn in the cave behind you. But they shouldn't be too big of a deal, since hobgoblins are actually, number 1, they're pretty weak. And number 2, since they're weak, they're very easy to take out up close. It's just that they can be quite a cocksucker when they one-shot you from like 30 million miles away. So, once you're up here, you can basically just cheese all the enemy AI to follow the pattern that's been set in the game, which means they basically all come around this corner and up this long pathway, giving you a perfect line of sight to just wreck them with grenades, with supers, with heavy machine guns, anything you have in your arsenal. It's gonna make this a lot easier. But be careful, Minotaurs can teleport up here if someone is actually standing in the pattern that these enemies are heading towards. So it's best just to chill on the little titty rock and watch out for grenades. But after you finish all those waves, you're gonna get an ass ton of herpes and hydras, and they could be quite the assholes. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take out all the herpes. Get rid of herpes. Ew. And now is the time to say Nasamenya. We're gonna go up to the top of the Lion King's Pride Rock, and you're just gonna shoot the hydras in the top of the head. Their shields, they cover half of their bodies, 180 degrees around them, and it rotates, but it doesn't cover their head. And the Hydra's AI is too dumb to follow the pattern, so they just kind of sit at the bottom there shooting at the rocks. And you can just cheese the ever-living motherfucking shit out. So, we got 1 dose of cheese. We're gonna go for 2, because after you made it through that area, right before you come to the end boss, you will have to fight 2 hydras in this cove. Now, this can actually be a pretty make or break situation, especially if you're doing the nightfall and you die here and you gotta go all the way back to the beginning because you're not allowed to die. So, to make this fight actually easy, you don't even have to aggressively push up on them. If you just kind of sit back and you have a good sniper rifle, you can just pop the shit out of them and they won't touch you. And most people, like I said, should have an icebreaker by now, since it's like, number 1, one of the best guns in the game, and number 2, Xur was selling it for only 17 strange coins. So the Hydras won't attack you if you're not in their range of AI. So just use the icebreaker or any sniper rifle you have, sit back, pop them out one by one, go on about your business. So when you come to the Archon Priest, this can get a little tricky even with friends, because the Archon Priest not only has a really nasty explosive gun that can hurt you very easily, but the sheer number of servitors, captains, and all the other trash mobs make this fight just a little bit hairy pussy. But when you throw in those cocksucking ass motherfucking vandals with their fusion sniper rifles that can one-shot you just like a hobgoblin, it can make this fight a little bit frustrating. So since they're gonna cheese me, I'm gonna give them a little bit of cheese back. So what you want to do is you want to come up to this little ledge after you started the fight. If you go underneath this ledge, you're just gonna be sitting there waiting for the Archon Priest to spawn. So somebody's got to go out there, spawn the Archon Priest, get up on this ledge, and you just crouch down and you walk, and now you're underneath this little platform, and you're relatively safe here. I don't want to say 100% safe, because you still can be hit, but it's gonna take like a 1 in a million miracle shot from an enemy to be 100% on target. And of course I'm gonna take one of those to the face, right? Yeah, just checking. All right, put that on the bucket list. So be careful, because if somebody dies under here, it's gonna be really hard to revive them, since their ghost will actually be above the platform. So they're gonna have to try to revive you through the metal. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But the good thing is that even if it's a Nightfall Strike, you can just tell your buddy, be like, hey, go back to orbit, and I'll invite you back, and you can come back into the fight without any penalties. The game doesn't even know that you are already in here. You get all your rewards, you come back in the fight, and the game's still going. So that's pretty fucking cool, actually. The last thing I do want to warn you about is that sometimes the Archon Priest will lose aggro on you, and he'll just stand on you above the platform. If this happens, you can either try to shoot a few of the enemies to gain more aggro on you, or you can just peek out and toss a grenade up there, try to aggro him again. It's not a big deal. Like I said, if you do die and you get caught in a compromising situation and none of your friends want to run out there and revive you, go ahead, pop out the orbit, have them invite you back in. But I want to make sure to tell you this. Make sure you are not the fire team leader when you're going back to orbit. If you are, promote somebody to fire team before you go back to motherfucking orbit. You don't want to do that. Take everybody out with you, and all your friends are going to be like, I hate you. Shit. But that is pretty much the easiest way that you can get through the Winter's Run Venus Strike if you're a little bit under-leveled and you're having a lot of problems getting through it. You know what? Throw a little bit of cheese at them. Never hurt anybody. So, my name's Jay. MorninAfterKill. I want to thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys rate, comment, subscribe. If you could leave a thumbs up on the video, I'd highly appreciate it, because it gives me motivation to make more videos for you motherfuckers that watch my motherfucking videos. If you have a cheese spot and you want to tell me, go ahead, put it in the comments down below. If you want to know a cheese spot to an area that you're having trouble with, put it in the comments down below. See if what I can do, find out some goddamn cheese spots for you guys, because I know there's a lot of people out there that are having trouble either finding people in matchmaking that they work well with, or just trying to help people level up and get some of them badass weapons. So, my name's Jay, MorninAfterKill. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna see you guys later.